family. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Monday. First, I want to give tribute to all of our soldiers who have given their lives over the generations to have the freedoms that we enjoy and sometimes take for granted, that I encourage each and every one of us to not do that. So, if you have a family member who have sacrificed their life in the military, my dad, to God be the glory, was transitioned in heaven. I give tribute to him on today for having served his country so that we can enjoy the freedoms that we have. So let's give honor to those that have gone on. And Veterans Day are for the ones that are still alive, okay? And Labor Day. So let's get the holidays straight, okay? But we still honor them. We respect them. Those that are walking and living, just salute them today and just tell them thank you for their service. But today's not their honorable day, technically. Memorial Day is for those that have transitioned and have gone on, that served our country. This week is T-shirt week. I am so excited. Woo-hoo-hoo! I get to promote businesses that have been a blessing to me, that have serviced me, to where I will tell everybody about what they do. So, some t-shirts I have, so I'm going to surprise some of you that I have your t-shirt. But for those that have businesses, and if you have t-shirts and hats, you should be a walking billboard for your organization, your business, and even your ministry. So, next week is Ministry T-shirt week. I'm going to be promoting ministries that I have t-shirts of, to let you know what they're doing and how you can contribute to them and be a blessing as they're being a blessing to others. So today, and you'll see this a little more clearly because I have a couple of this particular company or organization, but really we are a social book club of like-minded people that share wisdom in the financial world. So, this website you want to run to. It is called Magnet Exchange Group. That's MAGNET, Exchange, EXCHANGE, Group, GROUP.com. And join our book club. Join our fantastic, like-minded people who just shares their wisdom about the financial world, just preparing you for what you need to consider going forward as our nation and globally, our financial world is changing. We have some excellent kings and queens that do their studying, do their research. And when I say they research, they go in deep. They don't do the surface stuff. They go in deep to bring to us just the information. We have books that we market on the Magnet Exchange Group that you may want to consider purchasing. I highly, highly recommend it because it is information that you need to understand what is going on in our financial world today. What I'm going to be talking about is networking today. This may take a couple of days because I really do want to go in deep on this as well, because I don't think we really realize in business how important it is to establish relationships in business. People do business with people that they have a connection to, that they have built a relationship with on a business level. People that they have gained their trust in one another. They have done business with each other and they've done it successfully. If you are going to be in business, you need to have strong collaborative partnerships and relationships. Now, I want to talk about effective networking this week because you want to be strategic about how you connect to your circle, to your clients, to your customers, to those that you may do B2B, business to business with. So you want to make sure that you're being effective in what you do because we only have but so many hours in a day to effectively do business, and you want to make sure that you're getting the maximum out of those contacts, connections, and relationships. So I'm just going to go over a few principles of effective networking And one is the first one I'm going to talk about is so critically important. We need to not have a gimme mentality where we're trading people for money. Give more than you get. There is so much that you can sit down and do with your business, see what you're offering, and see where you can either bundle services, package services, and give value. There may be some opportunities where you're doing either discounts or promotions, or that you're doing a BOGO situation. Be creative, be inventive with your business. What I love about one business that I'm going to talk about this week is they love to give. Even though they service their clients, they always have a gift in the bag with their products. They always have an opportunity to be able to give more value than what they may be receiving. They never have a problem with customer retention. They never have a problem with resale business. They never have a problem with referral business because they are givers by nature. So remember that it is critical to that. Remember that networking is a two-way street, a win-win situation, I like to call it. Be genuine. Networking is highly personal. So understand that when you're genuine, when you're transparent, when I say vulnerable, just open, just honest, just genuine. Have some integrity with your business. Be proactive. Please don't think that you're the only kid on the block with what you do, whether it's services or products or both. There's always somebody that's doing something similar than what you're doing. They just don't do it as unique as you do it. But please don't think that, like, for example, the beauty industry. Please don't think that there isn't another beauty spa place that a person can go to if you're not going to provide excellent quality service. Yes, you want to be tipped well, and we're going to talk about the power of tipping, because a lot of people, we run away from that, or we're segmented in how we tip. We're going to talk about tipping too. But if you anticipate giving with quality and with value, these are seeds that you're sowing for your business. You're going to reap those things back. Okay? So you want to make sure that you're sowing good seeds. Take a long-term approach. Don't just formulate relationships and networking for what you can get out of it at the moment. Because your business is going to be at the moment, and your business is going to end up bye-bye. Always look at the opportunity to develop long-term, because you don't know who knows who. You don't know who can connect to someone that they were so satisfied with your services that they will just tell everybody, and you don't know who they know. And next thing you know, you got people coming in. You even need to consider referral rewards, or a rewarding system for your business, even for your ministry. You need to consider what out of getting rid of this box mentality can I do to really bring a uniqueness to my business that people will come to me before they go to another competitor or another person within your demographic of business. Prioritize quality over quantity. When you provide quality products and services, when you provide quality attention to your clients, you will be surprised that quantity won't be an issue. Sales or services, people paying for your services, people referring business to you won't be an issue. Don't focus only on industry leaders. Go middle ground, go beginners, support everybody that's in your industry, indirectly with your industry, because again, you have no idea that where you sow, where that harvest is going to come from. Set aside time for networking. there should be an opportunity where, as you're pouring out in your business, you're going to other networking events, especially in your industry, that pours back into you, because you will find that there are things that other people are doing and you say, I never thought about that approach. What it does, it stimulates creativity, it stimulates ingenuity, it stimulates imagination, and takes your business to another dimension. So if there's a fee, pay the fee. You're the investment. For you to invest in your business, ministry, organization, you have to invest in you. So as you're networking to improve yourself, personal and as well as business, this is what is so critically important. Now, when you're setting aside time for networking, you find yourself at a networking event, this is one thing that I am even working on more and more and more. It's about eye contact. It's about face-to-face contact. It's about walking up with a boldness and a courage and a confidence, because you have a good business or organization or ministry that you want to tell everybody about. Make sure that eye contact is there, that face-to-face connection. I thank God for technology. I thank God for the ability to still be able to connect in spite of the ups and downs that our world is going through. But I'm sorry, there will never be a substitute for being able to shake that hand, to be able to look at somebody eyeball to eyeball, smiling with your eyes as well as the rest of your face. Never, ever, 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 ever leave a networking event without a minimum of 10 names, contact phone number, website, social media sites, and on the spot, friend them, like them, subscribe on the spot, because that locks these people in, so that when you need resources of encouragement or ideas that you can bounce off on people, you have their information right on hand. And make a notation next to their name, either their business, industry, or where you met them, so that you can go back to those contacts and say, wow, yeah, I met this person at this particular conference, or they have this particular business. Reach out to them. If they're hosting something, go to their event. Support them, because you're going to want support in return. It's about sowing and reaping. Be the one to initiate. Be bold. Be strong. Be very courageous, because the Lord thy God is with you in all that you do. And keep your eyes and ears open to prospects. You may go to a networking event and they're in one industry and you're in another industry. You guys can swap information and support each other's industries. Anticipate some discomfort. Be comfortable with being uncomfortable. That's one of my mantras for this year. You are not going to grow your business or your organization or your ministry if you are always looking for comfortable situations or arenas or circumstances. Step out. Be bold. Be strong. Be very courageous. Expect acceptance. Some people may actually like what you do. Expect that, and be gracious. And when I look at the word humble, I don't mean to be what I call dumb humble. Okay? No, be genuinely humble. Thank you. I'm so glad that you find whatever they found about your business, and then ask, how could I service you in this arena? Is there anything else? Open up dialogue, conversation, and then pass it on. I love referring other people's businesses. For those that have known me over the years, I will tell other people about your business in a blink. Especially if I love what you're doing, you're creative about what you're doing, you're innovative about what you're doing, you provide excellent customer service, you have good follow-up, and you don't treat your customers or clients you've had for a long time like an old shoe. An old shoe is pretty comfortable because, again, you don't know who they know. And always respond. Be in the moment. If you're networking with someone, network with them. Not talking and looking around to see who else you can get. Now you're chasing money. No. If you have the attention of someone, give them your undivided attention. The company, another company that I'm going to be talking about this week, they are excellent with that because their leader taught them that very, very strongly. Prepare a 30-second, not so much an elevator pitch, but an introduction of you and your business that in that 30 seconds, they know exactly who you are and what you do. Rehearse it, rewrite it, do whatever it is that you've got to do, whether it's a slogan, just make sure that it rings. Try it out on your kids especially, because if you have an industry where you're trying to reach the millennials, the best way to reach the millennials is to talk to millennials. Get feedback from them as to how you can service them. Tell the person something relevant or interesting about yourself when you're putting this abstract introduction of yourself that, again, identifies the commonalities and use them as a basis for conversation. In other words, once you've made this introduction, and they say, wow, that's really interesting, tell me more. Or, wow, that's really interesting. Make sure you're reciprocating. And what is it that you do? And be genuinely interested. Hopefully they're not boring, but I'm going to tell you what to do with that opportunity. You know, had you ever thought about, because while they're telling you, I'm sure there's some creativity that's flowing because you're in a room, you're with like-minded people, so that anointing, that flow, those gifts and those talents and those callings are just in the atmosphere. Take advantage of that to the point where if they're excited about what you do, but you might not be quite excited about what they do, then bring an excitement to them about what they do with an advice or a suggestion or a recommendation. People, it's about helping each other today. We have to come out of this selfishness, this all about me mentality, especially in this country. We are blessed when we serve and help other people. Please, let's focus on that. This is going to be a awesome, powerful week as we're talking about networking and other different marketing approaches and awareness of things. So please be open-minded, open-hearted, be receptive to receive, and think of things in a far more excellent way this week. With that being said, I just want to say, as I said, beginning of the show, this is t-shirt week, so every day I'm going to be wearing a different t-shirt. This t-shirt is the Magnet Exchange Group, and we go into the lab with our research about the financial industry so that we are servicing the people that comes to our sessions. We have a 10 o'clock session Monday through Friday in our Zoom. I will be able to drop that in the link. As I upload this message on today, you're going to get all the information about Magnet Exchange Group, their website, how to get on their Zoom. We have a Magnet Exchange Group University call on Saturdays at 12 noon. And that's where we really get down to the core of what we need to understand in our book club. And in this wonderful social club that we have, we are a community of like-minded individuals. And we just bless on each other. We just serve one another. The leadership is nothing short of amazing. I'm just here to tell you. So if you are not a walking billboard yet, you need to get some t-shirts done on your business. Mine is coming up. I'm so excited. I got the layouts done. I'm just waiting for my codes to place my order. So you're going to see them on my website, Success Beyond Strategies. That's strategz.com. And you're going to see me over the month of June wearing my gear. And you'll be able to purchase some of that gear on my website if you like. Let me know what your business is, your name, your business name, your website, how I can reach you so that I can order any gear that you have, because I would like to support you. This month, I just want to support businesses this entire month. So I may be doing t-shirt month, not just 2 weeks, but maybe the whole month, I think. I think I'm going to do that. You can go on my Amazon.com and get my book, Are You Really Ready to Wash Feet? But if you want a personalized, signed, autographed copy, Go to successbeyondstrategies.com, fill in your information, and I will send you the autographed book. And I guarantee this book is excellent for teaching your leadership, whether it's your ministry, your organization, or your company, that you want to put out these leadership principles. It's an awesome story that I share with my bishop, Mama Barbara P. Glanton, pastor of the Love of Jesus Family Church of Newark, New Jersey. Shout out to my family there. And I just tell you, it's going to be awesome. There's also a promo I'm doing this week. So you may want to take advantage of the promo or just share it with other people, especially people who are on the fence about starting their business. Share the information with them. Let's get them started. We want to inundate our communities, our country, our world here with creative businesses. And I know you have one out there. I know you're working on one out there. And we want to make sure that at Success Beyond Strategies LLC that we are making it happen for you legally, morally, and ethically. Thank you so much for joining me. Have an awesome, awesome Memorial Day. Enjoy your family, friends. Getting some ribs today. I'm finding me some ribs somewhere. Okay? Have fun today, guys. Stay safe. And did you breathe this weekend? Oh, did I breathe? Oh my gosh. That's why I'm so excited, because I took the whole weekend to breathe. But continue breathing. Continue allowing God's creative juices to just flow through you. His creative spirit to engulf you. And let's get these businesses out and service people with what you have to share with them. Bye-bye for now.